I want to make clear that on this show, and especially on this episode, that this is my opinion. It is not fact. I don't have any documentation. Okay? I am speaking from Akara. Good morning and happy Sunday. Welcome to According to Akara. This is like the official show that I'm having, episode that I'm having on my channel, According to Akara. And I wanted to talk this Sunday morning. You would think, oh, it's supposed to be biblical or something like that. And I leave that to the pastors. I'm going to be giving my opinion on Bill Cosby being released this beautiful Sunday morning. I am happy. I mean, like, I'm not sitting up here setting off fireworks in the street, because a part of me, not a part of me, I believe, did he in his youth, in his younger days, back in the 70s and stuff, drug women and have sex with women? Yeah, I do. I do believe he did that. I don't think he did it to that woman. I don't even know her name. So now, I am happy for his release because he was unfairly judged. Why? I mean, speculation and conspiracy theories, we have a ton of them. Because he pissed the white man off. I'm just saying, he pissed the white man off for trying to buy NBC back in the day. He got too big for his britches, too rich, too nonchalant. He forgot he was N-word. I'm gonna try to keep it polite. Okay, not politically correct, but he forgot he was a ninja, you know, which I never thought he did. Haters, whatever. So, I think he was unfairly tried. Now, I'm going based off of things that I've heard on the radio. I've heard Lovely Tea is a great source of information because she doesn't just bring you the tea, she brings you the receipts, literally. Okay? And she's a great source of information. Lovely Tea. Go to her YouTube page, go to her podcast. She's on Spotify and on Apple Radio, I think. I don't know. I'm not an i person. I'm not an Apple product haver yet or never. I don't know. Anyway, and she did not pay me for this. She's just been a really great source of information for me for the last 2-3 years that I've been following her. Anyway, she, according to, if it be true, let's get facts out. If it be true, he admitted, he signed a plea, admitting that he drugged women. Okay, that he gave drugs to women. Okay, not that woman. Okay, that brought the case against him. And I don't remember her name. I don't care to remember her name. And I did not follow the proceedings. If it be true, he signed a plea years ago, prior to 2019, prior to this current trial, the criminal trial, okay? Years ago, a civil suit. That woman claimed And she took him to civil suit. She didn't go to the police. She didn't say, I feel like I've been violated, as far as I know. And none of these women that came out after the criminal suit actually went to police and said that they were done wrong. Okay? So get that clear. He signed a plea years ago, a civil plea, that with the DA, that I will admit to giving women drugs. Okay? If you don't pursue this criminally. Okay? You will not prosecute with it. And I will pay this woman X amount of dollars. Okay? Years later, a hater, I don't know, I can't call him a hater. He used it in his joke, Hannibal somebody. I don't really follow him. Because I am trying my best not to hate. Because he just happened to bring it up. I don't know if it was in his comedy, in his stand-up, that was a part of his something, and he brought it back to light that Bill had been involved in stuff that seems to be criminal, but he's not being caught. I don't know. But he brings it back up. Another black man, by the way. Okay, I don't want you to think that it's a white man, black man conspiracy. A black man, comedian, Hannibal somebody, brings it back up in his comedy. Okay? Which is like, okay, I guess sometimes, people bring things up. This is not the first time this type of thing has happened. Someone has dealt with it in the past, and someone else brings it back up randomly, and then you know what? The state of Pennsylvania decided that they're going to pursue this criminally. After he was promised that he would not be tried for it criminally. Okay? So they go ahead, they reneged. For those who play spades, state attorney reneged on his promise. He took it back. Okay. I was going to say that, but I was going to say something else. But y'all know, Giver, he took it back and said, we're going to pursue you criminally. So they did. He was convicted of the crime, put in prison. Let's not say jail. Jail is short term. He was put in prison and had to be put on a sex offenders, all this whole thing. Okay, mind you, there was no eviction, no investigation done. He was convicted solely on the word of this woman, this white woman, solely on the word of her word, if I understand it correctly, and other victims' word. No one investigated it. Maybe some, podcasters and those who, just was interested in the story. But as far as Pennsylvania prosecutors, no one investigated anything. Okay. He went to prison solely on this white woman's word and other victims, alleged victims. I don't know if they're really a victim. Okay, alleged victims' word that he did this to them. Okay, Bill William Cosby Jr. has stood on his innocence the whole time. You know, it's like, well, how can he stand on his innocence if he admitted that he drugged women or he's given drugs to women? Okay, let me explain to you, please. Some people, and a lot of our men and young women and women, will, by the convincing of their attorney, in his case, he had enough money to get attorneys that would fight it. His attorney told him, look, if you do this, they won't prosecute. And we'll be done with this, pay this woman her money, and we'll be done with it. Right? From what I understand. Hey, how you doing, V? From what I understand. Now, this is from what I understand. Okay. He did that so that he didn't have to deal with it anymore. Some would say that alone is saying, hey, he admitted to it so that no one would have to do an investigation on him. And that's possible. That's possible. It's possible that he did that so that it wouldn't go and they wouldn't find out. Okay. That he did this to this woman. But at the time, I'm trying to figure, but I'm thinking the brother, Bill, was like 70. He's 80 something now. So if he did this to this young lady that brought this case, he had to have been like 70 in his late 60s or something like that. I mean, do they even still have a sex drive? Anyway, so he's saying that based off of that. He just didn't want to. Doesn't mean that he actually did it. He just pleaded so it would just go away because he didn't want to deal with it. It's possible that as well. But he signed a plea so it'll go away. But he said, look, I've never did anything to this woman. Okay? One, I could go and try to pull up the paperwork to actually see what he pleaded to. But if he didn't say that he drugged that woman that brought that they based the criminal case off in Pennsylvania, it would be true. I never drugged that woman. I don't know what she's talking about. Now, let's go back to 1970s when he was popping. Okay, he hanging out with Hugh Hefner and Weinstein and all these big wigs and casting couch directors and stuff like that. Okay, back then, it was commonplace. Not right, not morally right. It was not right, but it was commonplace that they did that then. He admitted it on the show that he put Spanish fly in the woman's drink and have her his way with them because that's what they did. Okay, it was commonplace. It wasn't against the law. No one was pressing charges. Everybody was taking, not everybody, but a lot, drugs was commonplace. And it was known that you slept on the casting couch if you want to get somewhere or be in a big movie or whatever. Even in the music industry, you knew you had to sleep with the producer or sleep with somebody. You didn't have to, but it was believed that if you wanted to get there quicker, you might want to sleep with somebody as a woman. Hey, as a man, I mean, some were, of the LGBTQIA community before there was the LGBTQ guy. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot different from the 70s than it is now. And I feel like they tried him on something, Bill, on something that he did where it was acceptable. Not morally right. I'm not saying it was right. I'm not saying it was right. Please hear me. But they were judging him based off of just the word of women. And I'm not saying that I'm not victim shaming and saying that they were, but it was just word. There was no I don't believe that there was no investigation done. First of all, the prosecutor basically went back on his promise. Two, they were judging him on something that it was done back then. You know, not right, but it was commonplace. 3, it was a third, but I lost it. But at any rate, so am I happy about him being released? Yes, I am. Yes, I am, because this is one, unfortunately, he's a wealthy black man, so he can fight it. He can continue to fight it. But he was done wrong. And just think about how many young black men that go to jail and they sign a plea so that they can get less years or possibly not prosecuted, and then they flip it on them like they did Bill. And now they're in prison for years, years upon years, just so that they can get this person, because they couldn't get him on the first case. Actually, think about how many, they can't get certain people on one case, on one factor, so they get them for tax evasion. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just, like you can't find it, so if they don't get you one way, they're going to get you another way. Do I think that the conspiracy theorists in me think that Bill, yeah, they were pissed off. The powers that be, Illuminati, if that exists, because I'm not convinced that could exist, but if the Illuminati, they mad, a black man dare buy NBC? We'll let you start your little network, BET and VH1, but dare you try to buy NBC? Are you crazy? Yeah, my conspiracy tin hat is tingling on that. They've always wanted to get him. But yeah, before you like, I can't believe it, or either you are celebrating or not celebrating this release of Bill Cosby, I think that, and I gotta also, I wonder, the other side of my tingly hat is wondering why they released him. Was it because they really felt bad about it? Is it because he really had crack attorneys that told him, hey, okay, he tried to get parole, they wouldn't allow him to be paroled because he wouldn't get therapy. And I wonder the reason why he wouldn't do therapy, because he never believed that he had an issue. Doesn't mean he don't have an issue, but he never believed he had one. Okay, he really believed that he was innocent, or no, I'm not going to do it because he doesn't believe he have an issue. He have a problem. I don't think he has that problem at his age, no. At 80-something years old when he went in, I don't think he was doing it. But in his 50s, 40s, and 30 years of age, 20, definitely, he was doing it. He was doing it for kicks and giggles or whatever Hollywood do it for. Yeah, he did. And some of them took it. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure he had a reputation back then. And people knew. Just like, I never want to be an actor. Okay? But I knew about the casting couch. Okay? Everybody knew. I mean, you didn't have to do it. It would just be harder and longer for you to get where you're going. Okay? But everybody knew about the casting couch. As a woman, you knew. And some of them women knew. They slept on that casting couch. They slept with that director, producer, whoever of that movie to be put in that movie. Some of these actresses out here wouldn't be where they are when they got there. They would probably still get there, but they would have not been where they are at the time that they did it had they not slept with somebody. Not everybody did it. Not everybody did it. Okay. But a lot of these women you look up to, and she's a great actress, she slept on somebody that at some point. Possibly. Allegedly. I don't know. But we knew about it. Everybody knew about the casting couch. So wouldn't surprise me that Bill had a reputation on, don't go over there and ask Bill for no aspirin. You'll wake up with your butt hurting. Okay? Don't go over there at Hughes' house, You go there, you think this is just a regular martini. And he didn't put something extra in it. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, you waking up 2 days later in his bed or in a, wherever. Wonder how I'm naked. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So just know, I believe that he did. I'm happy that justice was served accordingly, because he was in prison wrongfully. Did he drug women? Yeah, he did. I believe he did it, because it was commonplace back in the day. Do I believe he drugged that woman? And I say that woman again. I don't know her name, and I don't care to know her name. Okay. And in my head, honey, I want to call, but I don't really want no smoke like that. I really don't want no smoke, because my opinion, my real, because I'm giving you a little bit of my opinion, but I ain't giving you the real go in what I say to my friends behind closed doors. Okay? Off camera. Okay? I don't really say that, but I don't believe he drugged that woman that they based the criminal case against. No, I don't. I don't think he drugged that woman. I think she got what she wanted. She got the money. Someone else brought it up. Prosecutor said, okay, it's been a while since the civil suit. I think we can bring a criminal case against them and put them in jail. We can get them in there. They put them down for a minute, and maybe have new attorneys, because if it's the same attorneys that told him to agree to that plea agreement and to, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. He must have a different set of attorneys, because they got him off for that. And saying they would have been better off just giving him the daggone parole, because he would have still been an inmate. But you push Bill. God, I don't even know if y'all can hear my neighbor downstairs. I promise you. Oh, I mean, it's better than living in a bougie area where I would be getting complaints from some white woman downstairs because I'm talking too loud and too early. You know what I'm saying? But these people downstairs, they close the door like they slam the door every time they go in and out of the door. I don't know what they're doing downstairs that is shaking. It shakes my apartment. Boom. You see, every time this shakes a little bit, that's them closing the door or dropping something or doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm sorry. I went in, but it's a little annoying. It's annoying. It sometimes even startles me out of my sleep. But I'm no Karen. I ain't saying nothing. I'm not going to say anything. I guess this is payback for when I was downstairs and yelling at my son and doing all that stuff. Maybe I did the same thing. I don't know. Whatever. But anyway, going back to Bill. I'm happy. I think he did it. I don't think he did it to that woman. That's it. I'll talk to you later. Thank you for listening to According to Akara. And follow me on all platforms now. I'm on Twitter as According to Akara. I'm on Bigo as According to Akara. I am not on Facebook yet. Instagram, According to Akara, where you are now. And on YouTube, According to Akara. Go there. The video will be posted a little bit later. with some edits. I'm going to have some cute music or something I'm going to add to it, God's willing. And I'll see y'all tomorrow with another episode of According to a Card. Y'all have a wonderful Sunday. Bye.